Well, we're here today to launch formally the ecar project. We have charging points now in various towns across Northern Ireland. We're extending that too. But it's a very exciting, innovative proposal that we have, and we hope that people will look at it as a serious option for travel in the future.
It's great to have the two ministers, the Minister for Regional Development and the Minister for the Environment here at Belfast City Hall to launch it. Obviously from a City Council perspective we have a number of responsibilities in terms of reducing the city's carbon footprint, in terms of our role in protecting the environment more generally.
Rolling out the availability of ecars and e-charging is one way in which we can make a big, bold, dramatic statement that we're going to reduce carbon emissions, reduce reliance upon fossil fuels and increase the use of e-energy, including e-cars.
Well, I've driven a couple of electric cars. I've driven about 3 different models now. They're beautiful from a driver's point of view. They're very, very easy. They're very user-friendly. They're silent. They're comfortable. Performance-wise, surprisingly good.
That's a lot more attractive than the Emission. There are 41 public charge points across Northern Ireland, and they are located initially this year in the first 6 council areas. We're also going to be installing rapid chargers on some of the strategic routes, such as the M1 on the way to Derry near the Glenshane Pass, and the A1 in Newry, so that will cover the strategic route between Belfast and Dublin.
Well, we hope over the coming year that we will have 140 charge points in place across Northern Ireland, and clearly that will extend the network and it will make that resource available to electric car owners all over Northern Ireland.
So ESB is one of the core partners of the Northern Ireland ecar programme. A large objective was to ensure that we had compatibility and interoperability of the charging infrastructure north and south of the border. There'll be no difference for the user. It'll be a seamless charging experience. So the card that I use to access public charge points in the south, in Dublin, will be the same one that I'll use when I come to Belfast, and there will be absolutely no difference.
The reason why we're interested in electric vehicles is that Belfast Health Trust has a key objective to reduce the environmental impact of its operations. So we've been looking at electric vehicles for quite a while, and it's only really in the past year that they've really become affordable to the organisation.
There are lots of financial benefits for ecar users in terms of the purchase cost, and there's a grant available from the Office for Low Emissions Vehicles.
Cars up to £5,000 of the purchase price for qualifying low emission vehicles, the vans up to £8,000. The idea is to basically take off some of the upfront costs to make them more appealing to people so they can then make the most of the low running costs.
He was the first person in Northern Ireland to buy an electric car.
The reason I bought an electric car was the simplicity of operation, simplicity, maintenance and the economics of it.
In terms of the running costs of electric vehicles, that's very, very attractive to customers at present, and that's approximately 80 to 90% less than running costs for petrol and diesel alternatives.
The cost of fossil fuels is never going to come down again. It's just going to increase and rise. In those circumstances, other methods of fuel, renewables or e-cars, becomes much more attractive. So I think this is the beginning of a surge, and a surge that will see people change how they travel and rely more upon e-cars than upon those driven by fossil fuels.
So what we have here really is a nice little demo of the technology that we've got, which is actually available and ready for field trials. Basically, we want to ensure that when someone is looking to use their car, that it has the adequate charge that they require, and that we can build trust over time. So there's intelligent algorithms running in the background which actually learn your behaviour over time and ensure that you've always got the right charge that you need.
And some would say, being a bit of a petrol head, that this is a bit of a contradiction in terms, but I think it's fascinating, as in the origins of motorsport, that it was always motorsport that brought along technology, and right now it's the same in electric car development.
Well, Well, the goal is clearly to build on those who will own and use electric vehicles. I think the positives for the environment are clear, but also in economic terms, given the price of fuel and escalating charges, I think this is a very viable option for people to consider.
In the future, I would certainly consider owning an electric car or a hybrid, because just the way the world is pushing us at the moment. The conventional energy prices are crazy, and this is technology taking over and giving us an alternative, and a very good alternative.